What is going on, my friends? I hope you are doing well today. The team at TRE wants to say thank you so much for all the support. Thank you for joining today. This is the Real Estate Podcast, and we want you guys to do us a solid. If you don't mind, can you help us get the message out? We believe that real estate can be for anybody, and we believe there's opportunities for people to grow with us. So if you can, please share, subscribe, like, comment. Thank you for being here on our journey, and we are going to continue to add as much value as we possibly can and try to shake up the industry. Let's dive in.
I've made it this far in life. I don't think necessarily because I'm smart or good at anything, but just that I show up. Mm-hmm. And it comes from, I think, a heart of love. Like, I love you guys so much, you know, and so I want to work hard for you guys, you know. Gosh, dude. God. All right, I want to work hard with you, but you know what I'm saying.
All right, Andrew, welcome to the show. This is the Real Estate Podcast.
100th episode.
Marketing team.
Yeah. Exciting stuff. Do you guys want to do an intro to the people? You guys just want to hop into it?
Let's just go.
Okay.
Andrew yesterday said, "Hey guys, it's Matt and Alex here."
Yeah, and I was watching.
Oh, dude. Yeah. I say y'all's names together more times than I say our names together.
What is y'all's show called?
Matt and Andrew.
Ours
Mandrew.
is Andy.
The Mandrew Show.
I like that. Ours is Andy and Alex.
No, it's not. Uncle Andy. Only kids can call me Andy. Yeah.
All right. Well, hey, 100th episode.
Hey,
welcome to the Real Estate Podcast. We've got a special guest today. We have Andrew Roberts, the one, the only. Round of applause.
Let's go, baby. Middle linebacker.
Oh, my gosh, dude. Yep. Thanks for having me on, guys. It's been a real privilege. I've been watching the show for years and just loving it. So, yeah, 100 episodes. It's pretty cool, huh?
100.
Yeah.
I was thinking about that this morning. I thought we would have done more because if there's 52 weeks in a year,
yeah.
I guess we're not counting like Matt and us being on other podcasts.
No. Yeah, this is just 100 of us having guests on our podcast or you guys just doing a podcast solo. So
but who's counting?
Is it 100th
well,
released?
I'm counting.
100th episode released?
Yes.
But we've recorded more.
Well.
Thousands.
Yeah. I don't know. What do you mean? Are you talking about?
Because we have so many we haven't released, right?
I mean, yeah, there's been a bunch that we haven't released. Yeah.
So what number episode is this?
Yeah, because
this is 100.
I was wondering, I was like, where did they come up with 100? Did they go back and count every single one we've recorded? Or?
So,
this is what I was
for
thinking
people
about
who
this
want to know
morning.
how to release a podcast, we use Anchor.fm, and it counts the number of episodes. So we're gonna upload number 100. Cool. We also put it in the title and everything on YouTube. So.
The Real Estate Podcast.
The Real Estate
100
Podcast.
episode, baby.
Yeah.
What are we going to do?
Yeah, what are we going to do?
We got to do something crazy.
We got a Texas-sized donut out there that you guys have to eat.
No.
I can't.
No, we can't.
It'll ruin the whole day for everybody.
Kat said she was getting a cake, and I was wondering, I guess, is this just for the camera? Or, I said, I'll eat some if Andrew eats some.
I'll have a bite. Yeah.
Big bite.
Big. No. A Texas-sized bite. Yeah.
That's the whole thing.
Uh-huh.
Let's get Andrew doing some push-ups up here.
No, absolutely
Let's
not.
actually, hey, can you bring in the donut? Andrew's going to eat it while we're going to ask him questions.
The people have already watched us blow out the candles on this episode so far.
Oh, nice.
So a little bit of inception right now for you. So with the podcast, have you guys enjoyed doing the podcast? It's been 100 episodes at least.
Yeah, have.
Uh-huh.
It's getting funner. I mean, yesterday we had a great one, right? Like, you were in the room, and that guy, Chris, he's an agent with us, and there's just always something new. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I think that Chris is going to be a big help to what we have going on.
Yeah, I like Chris.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man.
It's
I mean,
a cool story.
that was, like, one of the funnest ones I've done, and it was yesterday.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
I enjoy it. There's a lot of value that you get. You get to hang out with people.
Mm-hmm.
You get to get content. You get to talk to other people and get, what Blended Sense calls digital assets, right? Things that can last forever.
Yeah.
So it's pretty special. And, we're going to keep pushing forward the best we can. And I've also as you guys, I'm sure, like you just get more confident, more comfortable, you get better at it.
Yeah.
And that's something that we've seen with some of the agents on the team is they're scared and they're nervous to go on camera.
Right.
But then, 6 months later, they just love it.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
it's just one of the core values, no fear. Yesterday, I taught a class at ACC.
Yeah.
And John Michael came, and he loved it. And, like, he was
Nice.
scared of teaching the class here. He was scared of doing that class, and then it just gets easier and easier.
Yeah. Just got to rip the Band-Aid off, sort of, I think.
Speaking of which, they want the marketing team to come
Oh,
talk.
God.
Seriously.
All right.
I was like, who do y'all want to have on? And they want a lender, creative lender, and they want marketing team.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, we'll go up there. Yeah, Cat will lead that. I'll have to video it, so. Yeah. Yeah, it is pretty cool to, see people get on camera and then get more comfortable. And even, like, with the podcast, like, I would recommend doing a podcast to, like, anybody. Because right now, like, we're having a conversation. I have forgotten that there are cameras right here. So, like, the nervous part of, like, why people don't want to be on camera, like, doesn't exist in my mind right now.
Right.
And that would make it easier for people.
Yeah, and it, for at least for me, like, it existed for a while.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, up until maybe, I don't know, a month ago or 2 months. Not that I was, like, super nervous and it was unbearable.
Yeah.
But there was a different feel. I brought it up to y'all. I think I was like, yeah, I wish we would just felt like the cameras weren't here.
Yeah.
I feel like that now. I feel like that in the last probably 10, 20 episodes.
Wow.
Ever since Andrew started coming on the show, things have gotten a little bit more comfortable.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, when have I been on the show? What do you mean?
Well, we're doing our lives and stuff.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah.
Isn't he a great host, guys?
I mean, it's like you just got to forget it's just a camera, right? Like, you have to, like, really break it down. I mean, and me, like, filming our agents and, people and you guys and stuff like that, like, it's just a camera. And it's not going to bite you,
Right.
And the biggest thing is that I think people
I could destroy that camera.
Yeah, you literally could, yeah. I think the biggest thing is that people are just, I don't know, afraid of, like, how they're going to be portrayed or what people are going to think about them.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like you're just going to be you, you know?
Yeah, 100%. It doesn't matter.
Right.
You build it up in your head, and then you want it to be perfect. You want it to look a certain way.
Yeah.
Which is good in the sense that you feel that, like, you have some kind of thought because it makes you want to get better.
Uh-huh.
Like, every time I talk or go on camera, I'm always like, how could I be a little bit better? And then I try to take things from different people, like even my pastor, the one in Corpus. Like, I'm like, man, that guy is good. Like, the tones and the ups and downs and the excitement and the calmness.
Right.
People want, if you're going to be, standing in front of people or talking to people, they want to see some kind of, action.
Yeah,
not
yeah.
just kind of monotone the whole time.
Right. Yeah.
So it's all learning, and you learn from the people that you sit across.
Mm-hmm.
Like yesterday, I mean, that was amazing. Like, and we're sitting here, we just met Chris, and he's telling us his story, and we're like, wow, okay. Like, I didn't know that happened. Right. Like, just, it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, it is interesting. And then, like, even with, like, the podcast, like, it opens up a door for you to get to know somebody on a deeper level, in a sense. Because, like, and you can probably speak onto this better than I can, but, like, taking coffee meetings and stuff like that, like, usually people are like, all right, what do you want? Or, like, it's kind of like a business transaction somewhat. With a podcast, like, you're able to ask maybe those deeper questions and learn about somebody's story maybe in a little bit more, an easier way.
Yeah. There's an art to it, man. And, like, I heard this, someone was talking about, like, picking up girls. It was like, guys, like, want to go and, like, just keep asking questions. And, like, what you're doing when you're doing that is, like, you're just taking. Right? And so, like, on the podcast, it's not meant to be an interview. Like, you're asking, but then you have to give back and make them feel comfortable as well of, like, okay, now let me offer something up to you.
Right.
And so there's an art to it.
Absolutely.
Right? Because it's not an interview. And that's what I think some people forget is, like, me too. Like, when I go on someone's show, I feel like I'm just being interviewed. But I have to, like,
ask questions back. Yeah.
Who was telling you that? Greasy?
I don't know. I can't remember. But it's good advice, though.
Picking up chicks, dude. I mean, he's a pro, so.
I've been out of the game for a long time.
Yeah.
But I can see the feeling just in general of if someone's just constantly asking you, hey, what do you do? Where are you from?
Right.
You get a little bit on the defense.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And I mean that the guest is gonna be probably nervous or probably expect you as the host to lead, and so to an extent, like you said, like when you're on someone else's show, like you fall into the groove of like, just answering the questions and not asking back.
Right.
Which it's normal, understandable, but it does make for a better podcast episode if like the conversation flows both ways.
Yeah, that's what I want to see at least.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I've been pretty disappointed with Joe Rogan podcast recently.
Dude, I haven't watched, and it's interesting.
Why are you disappointed?
I was thinking about it last night. He just hasn't had. He had someone on yesterday that was released yesterday. That was he was some sort of doctor or something. But he used to have like really interesting people from different industries come in and talk about different things. And I feel like recently it's just been I don't know, like comedians, or I just haven't found it that it hasn't really scratched the knowledge side that I used to watch it for.
Yeah.
It's tricky, man. I mean, he's done so many.
Yeah.
And I'm with you. I hadn't listened in probably like 3 months. I used to listen to like, not everyone, but every three or four, because I usually skip like the UFC guys and the comedians for me personally.
Yeah.
But it's like we've heard a lot of what he has to say and thinks, and a lot about it. And
yeah.
Maybe he's got to switch it up a little bit more somehow. Not even just guess, but just like how he approaches it. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't necessarily listen for to hear Joe's perspective.
Yeah.
More so the guest.
Yeah. For sure.
I wonder if it has anything to do with him switching to Spotify and maybe them to an extent like telling him like, hey, let's be careful with
I don't know, but Joe, you need to get Thierry on.
Yeah. He's in Austin, man. That'd be cool.
That would be cool.
So is Tim Ferriss.
Yeah, you didn't know that?
I did know that. I've been trying to get on his show for a while.
Nice.
Shooting him DMs. Slide into those DMs. Yeah.
Have you seen the ones that Joe does with Duncan Trussell?
Mm-mm.
They're all dressed up.
Yeah. They put on like... yeah.
What?
They put on like wigs. They're acting like they're, like from England, like these old school... Or like a space suit and just something crazy.
Yeah.
Duncan's he's actually very interesting to listen to, but he's a space cadet.
Oh, really? Nice. That's funny.
For what?
Space cadet?
Yeah.
Just like, he's all about trying different kind of drugs, and like he just thinks differently. Like,
is that what a space cadet is?
That's what I think of. Like someone, he's just, living in a different world.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
Just eats shrooms every morning.
Eats a lot of shrooms, yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah. Yeah. What did you think about the podcast? Like, because like when you guys partnered up, so we had a podcast previously, right? And I know you had tried your hand at it too with a previous business. But like day one, we hit the ground running, and we were doing, 2 or 3 episodes a week pretty much in the beginning, and have stuck to a good routine. And why did you want to stick to the podcast, and what have you thought about it so far?
Do you remember first day back at Thierry when I was like, we're going to do, you remember? I created that Google Doc, and I was like, we're going to do all these videos. We're going to do all this.
Yeah.
I just, I know how important it is, and I've always known how important it is. And so there just wasn't an option to not put out media content.
Yeah. Yeah.
So podcast was easy.
Right.
Then you and I were like, okay, how are we going to film all these videos? Do you remember how painful that process was at the beginning?
Yeah.
Andrew was pissed.
No, I wasn't.
I think he was when he his first day back, and I was like, all right, this is what I want to do. I think he didn't say anything, but he looked at me. I think he was like
middle linebacker. He was about to jump across that table.
Well, it was a lot, especially for just Andrew.
Right.
Yeah.
I wanted Andrew to I didn't know, but I wanted, us to accomplish what our entire marketing department does now.
Yeah.
And it was just Andrew. And so he was looking at me like,
oh, man. Yeah. I mean, I was excited for the challenge of it. I mean, it was like, I guess for context for the listeners, like it was, I don't know. I mean, release a podcast once a week. It was basically release a long form video on YouTube every single day of the week. So how many do we have to record, right? And then a lot, because we wanted to have some, in the bank.
It was that. It was the podcast. It was like I want 7 posts on every single platform at these times every single day.
Yeah.
And so Andrew had to record, edit, schedule, post.
Yeah.
It was way too much, and we figured it out as we
figured
went
it
along.
out. Yeah. But it was good. It was good to set those goals and then be able to like strive for something that is beyond reach, and then kind of figure out what you're what you can achieve.
Yeah. What about you? 100 episodes. What do you think about the podcast? What have you enjoyed the whole time?
I think it's great. I love it, man. I love getting to see you guys sit down and talk with people. I like getting to meet new people, and I'm just listening in behind the camera. So that's nice. And I've always, we talked about this yesterday on live, but and it was Chris yesterday, right, that you interviewed. Mm-hmm. He said that we take the human approach to business. And I feel like the podcast is a good way to display that, right? So we realize that content is so important, but the podcast is a good outlet for us to like take the human approach of like getting to know people, right? And sharing people's story too. And so I love that. I think it's just a beautiful way to, the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
So that's been really nice. And then also like on a granular level, like podcast is just so smart. Like we took a lot from Gary Vee's approach with like we create a big piece of content, right? So these podcasts are 30 to 45 minutes, maybe an hour long, right? And then we can break those down into a bunch of smaller pieces. It just it's smart to do it,
What was the craziest episode? Say it.
Ari Rastegar?
What?
Crazy episode. I don't know what was the craziest episode for you? Ari's an interesting guy, so it was just fun to learn about him, because he walked in. I had never heard of him before. This guy just walks in, right? Got his crew with him, sits down, and starts. You hear about his story, and I'm just like, my mind's being blown,
Mm-hmm. What was your favorite episode?
Oh boy. I don't know. We've had some really good stories.
I think one of my favorite moments in an episode is when we were interviewing Grant Cardone, and he, we had this whole game plan going into it, and then
Wait, did I throw up before the episode?
No, that was for
Hal Elrod.
Hal Elrod.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I did throw up before one episode. Sorry.
And
I was trying to set the story.
And we had this whole game plan going in. We're like, all right, we're gonna talk exactly what Grant wants to talk about first 2 minutes.
Uh-huh.
We planned this though, like the
Yeah.
night before. We're
Yeah.
like, what are we gonna do?
Yeah.
All right, let's strategize. All right, what do you think? I think this. All right, let's go into this. with the
Right.
game plan.
And Matt nailed it. And then halfway through, Grant goes, I didn't know that this was a business meeting, which is exactly what we wanted.
Right. Yeah.
And the way we got onto that podcast, Matt was very creative on the way we went about it. That was right when, what was that platform called?
Clubhouse.
Clubhouse. Do you get on there anymore?
No.
So
Yeah, that was popular for like 3 months
Did it
and then
die out?
disappeared. Yeah, I haven't heard about
It
it.
was so popular.
Yeah.
I was on that freaking thing till 2 or 3 a.m. That was dangerous for me.
Yeah. I
Well,
bet.
Clubhouse started, and Grant was in some room and was like, all right, I'll come on your podcast. Just email this email. And,
Mhm.
and Matt snagged it and just emailed him, was like, hey, Grant said he'd come on our podcast.
Nice,
And it
dude.
got scheduled.
Yeah.
And it was
Smart.
People were in a queue to have asked their question.
Yeah.
And so I was trying to get in the queue,
Right.
and someone else did, and that was the question they wanted. And then he's like, yeah, just email Annie at grantcardonecapital.com.
Perfect.
And I
Dude.
was like, hey, I didn't lie. I was like, hey, it's on Clubhouse. You mentioned you'd go on a podcast.
Yeah.
Would love to
So?
schedule it.
Yeah. Scheduled it.
Got it done.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, that's so cool. Have y'all talked to him since?
No.
Mm-mm.
He was all jacked up on that episode. He was like, "Let's buy some real estate, boys."
Yeah, he was. Yeah. He wanted us to buy all these tickets. I mean, I kind of got like pulled into like, yeah, we'll do it,
Uh-huh.
and didn't realize it's gonna be like
Oh yeah, to his
200
like
200
conference.
grand or something.
Yeah.
I'm like, what is this?
Yeah.
It was just part of your pitch.
Alex was thinking about. He's like, we might want to do this.
Yeah.
Well, you
I thought about it too. I was
Uh-huh.
like,
you
this could be
committed
worth
to it. I mean, if you commit to something, if I commit to something, I see it through. You committed to it live on the episode. I was like,
yeah,
well,
but that doesn't count.
You're like, yeah, we're gonna bring all our agents.
You can't like not tell someone it's $8,000 a ticket.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, that's just unreasonable.
Yeah.
I believe he told you on the episode
No.
how much it was.
No.
Yeah.
We'll go back and watch it.
Yeah, definitely not.
You were just in the moment. You're like,
Yeah.
we'll do it.
Yeah.
Bring all of them.
you blacked out. You were just so excited. Yeah.
And then immediately after the episode, Annie's calling Matt like, all right.
Let's set it up. Give me your
Visa or
credit card
MasterCard?
information.
Yeah.
Visa or MasterCard. That's awesome. Was that y'all's favorite episode?
That was my favorite moment.
Okay.
Because that worked out exactly how we had it planned.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
Favorite episode? I'd have to think about it for a second.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we've had some good ones. Like I loved, Big Country. You know, like he's we know him and love him, but just hear his story and again, like to have see him be comfortable and you know just talk about himself and ask you guys questions too was really cool. So.
I liked Narbe, Alexandrian.
Mm-hmm.
I also liked Jason Wild.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed both of those podcasts quite a bit.
Yeah.
That was back when that was kind of late 2020, I think.
Yeah.
Or early 2021.
Yep. Yeah. It was around that time.
But I liked those guys, and I liked those podcasts quite a bit.
Yeah. Yeah, and what a interesting thing. Unfortunate for COVID for so many reasons, but like everyone's Zoom became the thing to do, and so we were able to get access to like so many people who aren't in Austin, and interview them. Mm-hmm. And now that's just the standard, right? Like everybody does podcast via Zoom.
There's so many. I mean, Chris Heller, I enjoyed that podcast, and that podcast led to other things.
Yeah.
I wasn't in this one. I was filming. I think you may have been somewhere, but I filmed Matt and Zillow. I forget that guy's name.
Spencer
Yeah.
Raskoff.
Mm-hmm.
Spencer. There's just so many. I mean, there hasn't been one where, I didn't really enjoy it.
Yeah.
I liked. I was gonna say Jason Wild as well. I really liked that one, but I also liked Brian Hutchinson. If you remember that one, we did it at Longhorn Space.
Yep.
Was that me and you?
No, I wasn't there for that one.
Just me, maybe.
No, you wouldn't have ever done one. Just
Okay,
you.
probably.
What's
you.
the?
You don't know how to work these machines.
What?
I'm gonna get machine.
What? Which one was he? Who was he with?
He was president of Williamson County Board of Realtors.
Oh yeah, that was you and me.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
And then when we did the one with Craig Morgan.
Oh yeah, cool. That was. Well, that's a different podcast, but yeah, I love that one. So we used to have a podcast called the Young Wild Financially Free podcast way back in the day.
Who's mayor?
Mayor Round Rock. Yeah, Craig Morgan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, good guy. It's just so interesting to like see these like it's cool to see people that like you've seen for a while, right? Like for instance, Craig, and he's in the public eye, so you like have this like perception of him, and then you like get to know him, and it's like it's just
normal dude.
Normal dude, good heart,
Yeah.
Used to do powerlifting, hurt his back. Yeah.
So you got to be leading the city, that's for sure.
Yeah.
A lot of good times, man.
Yeah.
We're going to keep pushing forward. We're going to keep doing as many as we can, and we're never going to stop.
Ain't never going to stop. Yeah. I also, I got to give a shout out to our number one fan. I don't know if she's going to be watching this or not. My mom.
Yeah!
Nancy Roberts, number one fan. I hope she watches this and she sees this. I'm not going to tell her that I was on the podcast, and I just hope that she finds this little Easter egg in here.
Okay, I send everyone to her.
Nice.
We love you.
Cool.
Thank you.
Yeah, she's a big support.
You're ruining the alias.
The alias. Oh yeah.
And Rob.
I know, Demone. Now she's gonna be pissed, dude. Yeah, she's gonna have to change her Google account or something. Get off the grid.
She is number one.
She's the number one.
We've had a few fly-by-nights, people that have come on strong, and your mom's never left us.
Never left us.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. It's almost like she's my mom.
She way outdid my mom. Thanks,
your mom works for us.
Thanks,
so.
Mom. With us.
Oh,
Come
God,
on,
dude.
man.
Idiot.
What is this? Nobody works for us.
Stupid.
Miss Kim, I think Miss Kim likes watching all of our stuff.
Yeah.
I love you, Mom.
Aunt Kyle.
And Kay.
Oh yeah,
She's
I
a
think
big
that's
fan.
number 2.
Yeah. She's a big fan. Love her.
Instagram fan number 1.
Yeah. I think some people still think that I'm managing our social media accounts.
Really?
I don't know who is.
You are.
Am I?
Some people think it's
Are
me.
you guys?
They think it's me. Like, we've been talking forever.
Maybe you have. No one will know. We'll never know. What I was wondering, so with the podcast guests that we've had on, which of those guests has it turned into a profitable relationship or a long-term relationship or somebody who's joined us or partnered with us?
Entrepreneur number 1. JMP, baby.
JMV, yeah.
A lot of them have.
We recorded with him at Riverside.
Yeah.
Before he was with us.
Yeah. Yeah, that was cool to learn about his story.
A lot of them have. Just so many of them.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
The one yesterday I think is going to be really good with Chris.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that was really good. But yeah, I mean, I would, back to what I said earlier, I'd recommend anybody do a podcast. It's so easy. It's unbelievably easy to do a podcast. You don't have to have, we have, the best mics and cameras and all that stuff and lights. But,
People.
we didn't in the beginning, we had nothing.
Remember those little, they had the, tripod with the snowball?
Yeah, it was it's called Blue is the microphone.
Yeah.
And those are $50 off Amazon. And you just record it. If you have a MacBook, you record it into GarageBand for free and then upload it to Anchor.fm, which is free. And I guess I'm saying this because it's just so profitable. All these relationships that we've built over the years and people who now work with us, has come from this podcast. And it's just a simple conversation that you have with people.
I think I corrected Andrew on that yesterday too.
Yeah.
Was it yesterday?
It was yesterday. Yeah. Okay, my bad, guys.
Good
okay.
job.
So what are we talking about here?
He's never going to say 4 in his life.
Yeah. With not for. We work with everybody. Nobody works for us.
Come on.
Yeah.
Core value, baby.
Core value. Yep.
Alrighty. Well, what other questions you got?
I don't have the questions. You guys are the hosts.
Okay.
What questions do you have for me? Absolutely.
All right,
yeah.
get the donut.
No, I don't want the donut. That's not a question.
What was your mindset when you were playing middle linebacker? You're such a nice guy.
I
And
haven't gotten that question before.
you just became somebody else. You
Uh-huh.
would kill people. What was going on in your head, man?
Oh my gosh.
Jeez.
Do you really want to know?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
He was a savage.
Okay. That was not a savage. It was a good team. We had a good team in 09.
And he was the linebacker.
I once asked Andrew, I said, did you play special teams? He said, yeah. I was like, did you play special teams football?
Yeah, sometimes.
Do y'all like hitting people? Andrew does.
I didn't. I like to run away. Really? Yeah. I always thought in my head, it's because my perception, the people on defense, they're just running into the pile and just diving in. I mean, it's hardcore, fast paced. I was like, you got to be a little crazy. I just literally thought about getting injured.
Yeah.
I was like, man, that's just crazy. I'm going to break my arm, break my leg, and you just go in there and you just,
Yeah. You don't think about that though.
I always grew up in elementary school playing quarterback, and
Uh-huh.
that's all I ever wanted to do is
Gotcha.
throw. And just,
Yeah.
For
but I had
me,
that baseball background.
Yeah.
for me, it was always, who can I hit as hard as I can every single play?
So you had that too.
And I asked Andrew, I was like, because special teams it's the perfect opportunity to just smash somebody.
Mm-hmm.
You're just running full force as fast as you can down the field. You find the person who's not looking, and you just hit them as hard as you can.
Yeah.
And I asked Andrew, because that's what I would do. And I asked Andrew, and he's like, "Nope, I'd go for the ball."
Yeah, I'm trying to win the game. I'm not out there to hurt people.
So I think I played catcher, right? And
Uh-huh.
there's nothing for me like the feeling of a guy rounding
Yeah.
third base. It was always Silva.
Yeah.
Stop. Ball coming in, you're geared up, so you're gonna catch it and you're gonna
Right.
take the hit. But punt returning is like similar feeling in a sense, but way worse. You're just waiting to catch it.
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
someone to drill you.
You're
while
not in like
looking
a
up.
good stance.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I always, speaking of special team, I was like, man, catching a punt is like a nightmare.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I was never the one catching the ball, so
You
I
were
was
down
never
there
in
to
that
hit people.
position.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying, but yeah, I mean, and I guess y'all both had that mentality, like just go all in and.
I didn't think about like getting hurt or anything like that. Like it was just like I'm just gonna do what I need to do, get out there, and I didn't think about the repercussions of it. And I got hurt and injured and stuff like that, but it was like it was just part of it. It was enjoyable. And then the original question that you asked of like, I was such a nice guy off the field, but then like, you know.
Yeah,
I guess a bigger
"What's up,
hitter.
Andrew?" And he's like, "Arr."
No, I didn't. That's absolutely not it at all. It was just a good way for me to let out aggression and, so it
You
was
went
good.
all in on
There's
it.
an outlet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
We were really committed to it.
Yeah, for sure. I didn't start playing football until I was in 8th grade. Like, I didn't play Pop Warner or anything like that. And, like, you guys and Silva and Elander and all those guys, like, they've been playing for a while. And I remember being the lowest of the low, like third-string wide receiver B team. And all I knew, like, I didn't even know about football when I started playing. All I knew is somebody threw a ball, somebody caught a ball. And I was like, all right, I'll catch the ball. And then I didn't catch the ball.
Put him on defense.
Yeah. And so, and just worked really hard, moved my way up, and it was a good time.
Got in the weight room. Started going hard at it.
Yeah. I just did what I needed to do.
Yeah.
I'm grateful for that. My mom raised me just to work hard when no one's looking, and that has paid off in every situation in my life, which is really cool to see.
Yeah. Number one volunteer is volunteering, and the guy's offering him a job. Staying after, last one there.
Yeah,
go hard,
I
man.
would like to give a shout out to Flatwater Foundation. They are an organization here in Austin that raise money for counseling for people who've been affected by cancer, whether they've been diagnosed or their families. And they just had a big event on Lake Austin where like 250 people paddleboarded 21 miles, which is pretty cool. But,
That's a lot, right?
21 miles. It took all day. They started at like 5 a.m. and they didn't get done until like 5
Paddleboarding, you
p.m.
don't move fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, when you're paddleboarding, you're using leg muscles, abs.
Oh, yeah,
arms,
you're like
balance.
core, to stay balanced. Yeah. So, anyways, I volunteered at that. What Matt was saying is I volunteered at that event. And I stuck around. I was the last one to leave. I stuck around. I've gotten emails from everybody who's like on the board, and they're like, "Thank you so much." I'm like, "That I volunteer. I signed up for that. This is what I'm supposed to do."
Yeah.
But
that's really cool.
They
man.
liked it. Yeah.
Well, when you plug into something and you care, like people notice, and it always pays off.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think I'm necessarily. I've made it this far in life. I don't think necessarily because I'm smart or good at anything, but just that I show up. And it comes from I think a heart of love. Like I love you guys so much, and so I want to work hard for you guys,
With us.
Gosh, dude. God. All right, I want to work hard with you, but you know what I'm saying is like
Totally.
Yeah, I want anyways.
That's cool, man.
And so I think that's where that stemmed from. And I think that would probably
I'm gonna say take that clip. That's a good clip.
yeah. I think that would probably serve a lot of people. Take that clip.
Cut it.
Take it clip.
Is that how you do it? Just cut it.
Yep. Clip it. Yeah. I wish I just wish more people had that kind of harder.
And
service.
Andrew is training for a
Oh man,
ultra?
yeah, 100-mile ultra marathon. Ooh, when I tell people that, they're like, "Why?"
Yeah.
and you're like, well, I
That's
lost
how
a bet.
I actually don't tell people that because I wanted to do it. That's why I made the bet. I also wanted to see you run 100 miles too, but you haven't started that journey because you didn't lose.
I didn't lose.
You didn't lose. The dumbest bet ever too. That's honestly why I don't tell people. It's because it's hard to explain that.
It's not. It's me and Alex had a bet that Matt had never used a teleprompter before, and I lost.
Yep. You were right. I was wrong. Yeah. Yeah.
And Matt didn't know if he had used a teleprompter before.
Yeah, I know.
But
so
I knew
honestly,
he
we
didn't.
still might not know.
That's what I'm
No,
saying.
It's just your word against mine.
I'm 100% positive he did not.
Okay. We'll see.
At that time, Matt wasn't recording any videos.
Yeah.
And then we switched to the shorts. What do y'all think about that? That was an interesting switch, huh?
Yeah.
It's been great. I mean, even the last week, we've had a couple that really blew up.
Yeah.
And I've never seen our subscribers go from, like, skip a tenth.
Mm-hmm.
So it went from, like, 10 to 30
Yeah.
overnight, which is cool. And now it's at 50.
Yeah.
So we got 50 subscribers in,
Like the last 3 days.
yeah, or like 5 days.
Nice.
And I don't think that's ever happened.
Yeah. Compound effect.
Yeah. So
That's
that's
cool.
been pretty cool. We celebrated the 3,000 milestone.
Yeah.
What?
I'm just thinking about all the jangles on there commenting on all these videos, dude. There's so many random people out there.
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah, the one that
Well, there's
you told me
one
about
on-
yesterday.
Yeah, there's one that. Did you see it? Do you
That
read
me?
Yeah.
Looking in the mirror.
Yeah.
So we posted this reel of Matt getting out of the car. He's dressed nice, you know, his hair slicked back. And someone commented,
I'm
it's
never
like,
dressed like that.
somebody commented, like, I bet this guy stands in front of the mirror for 4 hours a day and just looks at
It's
himself.
just so
I
like
saw that. I was like,
the things
where
people.
did
I was
this
like,
come
that is
from?
the
That-
furthest from
it
the
has
truth.
nothing to do with what we're talking about.
I
What
know.
are you doing
Yeah.
here, man?
The
Yeah.
things people say, it's so
Yeah.
crazy. Facebook's the worst.
Uh-huh.
The commenters on Facebook.
Yeah. Yeah.
These people they just sit there and they get some zingers.
Uh-huh.
What do you mean?
Like they'll just think of like something. They're
Random.
like, I think they're just
Mean.
like, how do I get under their skin?
I know. Yeah, weird. So weird. Yeah, when we switched to shorts from like mid-length videos, it was I don't know, it was just different. It was simpler but also more complicated at the same time. And
How more complicated?
like you had to
Telling
think
a story in 15
telling a story
seconds?
yeah, telling a story in 15 seconds, yeah. And then also for me as like a creator, right? Like my goal would be to make like a full, feature-length film that like tells a story and like love the cinematic shots and all that stuff, like the art to it. And with these it's like, here's a camera, say something to the camera. And we try to make it as creative as possible, which is fun and it's a challenge. But that was a little bit of a in the beginning.
I tell you, for us, the reels and shorts are so much better.
Oh, I know.
Dude, the evolution of how we've recorded videos over the last 2 years, started off back in Deerfoot, right?
Yeah.
And then we went to the long form videos with like, the scripts and everything. It used to take Andrew and I. What are you smiling at?
We've just tried so many different things.
Dude,
Yeah.
it used to take Andrew and I like 5 to 7 hours, a full day.
Uh-huh.
I hated that.
A full day to record a 3 to 5 minute video.
I know.
That was my nightmare.
Yeah.
Well, you
But
didn't
we-
do those.
Yeah, I did.
He did a few of them.
Not like that one.
I didn't record.
At that time, you were like, you can do this.
You're like,
You're
I
talking about
think
the
we
ones-
should like,
Yeah.
divide and conquer.
Yeah.
I did like 3 of them.
Did you?
Yeah, I hated it.
We,
And
yeah.
I just laughing because we've experimented so much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's been pretty cool, and it was always, at least for me, I was always like, man, we're not there yet, and I'm sure it was frustrating for y'all, but it was like, it's not about what y'all are doing, like it's the overall idea. Somehow it's not clicking for me, and as we've gotten to show more of our culture and who's here and the vibe, I'm like, that's it, that's what it. But I never had the exact answer.
Right. Yeah. And it'll look different in a year.
Totally, dude.
Yeah.
It's gonna look a lot better in a lot of different every way. It's gonna look better.
Yeah. I think that's part of like just part of being on a creative team, like marketing in general, right? Like so we you guys know this, but for the audience, we follow traction, so we have KPIs every week, and then every quarter we kind of reassess and see like, what do we need to change. And I'm sure for other departments, like there's slight changes, right? But for marketing, it's like, okay, every single quarter, it's like, all right, we're switching everything. We're changing like completely.
I used to come in, start a quarter, be like, all right, y'all ready? And I'd just be like, oh, what?
Oh, dude, yeah, because it's like
Scrap it.
at the end of the quarter, it's like just when I'm getting in the groove and like figuring it out and comfortable, it's like I don't have to like really think. Everything's second nature. You're like, all right, well, we're gonna change it all. Cool. But it's good. I mean, it's
would work through
what
it.
you need to do. Yeah. It's how you're successful, and that's part of the. I guess a cool part of being on a creative team too. It's like Always coming up with new stuff.
I think one of the other reasons why that was so heightened over the last couple of years was because marketing was really our only department. Everything else was just me and Matt. And so now, like last quarterly meeting, there actually wasn't that much of a shift on marketing side. And there was a shift on the other two departments.
Yeah,
That's a good point.
Yeah.
When there's only one department, it's like,
all right.
What are we focusing on?
That's so true.
Yeah. Well, I'm excited for the next quarter.
There's so many different things. I mean, we just released a long form video that took y'all a while, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And then it's sandwiched between shorts and podcast and just all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Got those other couple channels, and I'm assuming we're probably stopping on some of the Matt vs. Alex and Entrepreneur Effect.
Which pausing them for now.
Which I agree with.
Yeah.
I don't think we're pausing on the effect. I think we're bringing them just underneath the main channel.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, it was just like, hey, let's try these new channels.
Right.
We tried it, and it was like, it's not that it didn't work, but we just have a lot going on. We're hiring, right?
Yeah.
We're trying to find someone else to come in, and from what I understand, that's been a bit of a challenge to find the right person.
Yeah.
Dude, and I was really enjoying Matt vs. Alex.
I know.
Winning every single challenge.
Oh, my gosh.
Did we? We didn't release the wing one.
I know, dude. We went through. We tortured ourselves.
We need to.
Nothing.
I still want to. Yeah.
It's all good. I don't want people to see us cry.
Yeah. That was a fun episode to tape.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
oysters and hot sauce.
I enjoyed that seriously until the last
one.
5 minutes.
Yeah.
Have you tried the hot sauce yet?
No, I won't.
All right, hot sauce with the donut.
No. Ugh. A little sweet and spicy. No thanks. Hard pass.
Honestly, I think that was like one of the most painful things I've ever eaten. That really hurt.
Do you remember what it's called? Dave's something? Dave's
Insanity or something like that?
Oh, yeah. Got it at ATB.
Just YouTube it. Dave's Insanity Hot Sauce Challenge.
The original hottest.
The original hottest.
In the universe.
Jeez.
You won't try it?
No, thanks.
But
I saw what it did to you guys. Why would I put myself through that?
We were so arrogant about this.
I know.
You're supposed to put, when they do the hottest, which this is one of those, you put a little drop. We covered it.
Well, yeah, you did that. And I was like, well, all right. Can't let Matt
win.
Yeah.
Well, it was like, we had to make it a show or at least attempt. Andrew got us all these ones that were like, it was like, is this ketchup? It's like half ketchup.
Strawberry jam.
Yeah.
It's false advertising, dude.
Like,
the bottle said they were hot.
Maybe we'll make this one hot by putting extra. Meanwhile, it's actually one of the hottest in the universe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just booby trapped you guys.
Well played.
I gave you 9 sweet ones, and then that last one got you all confident. Yeah. So marketing, ever evolving.
Marketing team. We'll get the marketing team to come into ACC, talk to the class.
Absolutely. Yeah.
We'll keep pushing forward and get. If you guys have comments, share them. We want to know. We want to talk to people. We want to. We're having fun, but we want to add value.
Yeah.
And, we take what people say to heart, and we'll try to implement it any way we can, or get that question answered, or just open-minded to what people want.
For sure, absolutely, yeah. And we're always trying to get new guests on the podcast too. Like, I mean, that would be if we get a comment, comment who you want to put on our podcast.
Oh yeah,
we'll get them.
That'd be good.
Yeah, it'd be really cool.
Miss Kim.
She's been.
Wow. I know she's been on before.
Yeah.
I want her on again.
You think she'd do it?
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. Cool. Kimbo Slice.
I've asked her many times.
Really?
She never wants to get on camera.
She'll say yes if I ask her.
I'd love to have her on.
Yeah. Well,
to the next 100.
Yeah. We'll be back. I'll be back for number 200. That'd be fun, right?
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Well, you guys want to
pop quiz? What was podcast episode number 38?
Oh. I don't.
A clue?
Yeah. Give us a clue. Where was it recorded?
I don't know.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, it was Lamar Cannon. Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Lamar for sure. Talked about Bitcoin.
That was a good one too. I liked having.
Yeah,
Lamar
you
on.
really liked that one.
Yeah.
You learned a lot on that one. Yeah.
It's not playing out so well. Bitcoin.
Yeah, interesting.
Today is September 14th,
Mm-hmm.
and yesterday.
I'm gonna guess 21,000.
No, it's lower than that. But anyways, today it's 20. As of right now, 9:23 a.m. September 4th. What's today? 14th.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, it's $20,199.29. Fun stuff.
Interesting.
Down about 80%.
Yeah. Well, I
Don't-
never hopped
don't
on that
gamble.
train. Yeah.
Don't gamble, guys. Buy real estate.
Yeah, buy real estate. Hey, before you guys do the intro or the outro, excuse me. I've been thinking about this. I just wanted to say it while I have the stage. I've been thinking about there's like the quote or the saying, right? Like, you are the 5 people that you surround yourself with.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking about it the other day, and I was like, stop doing you're tripping me out, dude.
Trying to be different over here.
Yeah. So I was thinking about you are the 5 people that you surround yourself with, but you're also one of the 5 in someone else's circle. So I was like, man, it's so much more important for you to be better for someone else,
Totally, man.
which I thought was like kind of reverse it, turn it on its head.
Mm-hmm.
Like, don't think about like necessarily don't be focused on changing your circle, but be better for other people.
Nice. I like that.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you can say goodbye to the people.
Why don't you take us out?
All right, guys, thank you so much for watching today's episode. This is the 100th episode. We're so glad you're a subscriber. Make sure you like, comment, and share this with your friends so that they can subscribe too. We love you guys so much, and we're just excited to keep putting out awesome episodes for you guys and provide more content.
Till next time.
Until next time.
Peace.
Bye.